Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and non-bees. It is a lovely Tuesday evening, and I hope you guys are having a good one as that. My name is Nathan Wazdaaa Friedman, and I'm here today, backed up in the production room by the wonderful T-Man. I thank him so much for his great production work, and it really makes me go from a talentless hack to an absolute superstar. So big thanks to the production crew who have been doing a great job this season. But let's talk about the games we have today. We'll be casting one match tonight. That is myself. I'll be going solo, and that match of the night, well, that'll be Team Elemental versus Team Average Joes. I'm not too familiar with these teams myself off of just watched experience, but we do have a bit of statistics that I can take you over for this match. Looking back on Team Elemental, they've had about 7 games in this season so far, and their last game, well, they won it 31-2. The first round of that was a 20-0. But the situation is similar for Average Joes. They've had about 6 games this season, and their last game was a 25-2 as well, winning it 20-0. So, I mean, both of these teams won their games in the same way last week, and they find themselves pinned against each other for our match of the night. Here comes the joust, and it is off. Well, they're off to the races, and that will be Average Joe's making it there much quicker. The ball finds its way to the hands of Taco Pig Tuesday, but picked off by Bamboo. A nice pickoff there, and, well, they're not having a bit of trouble getting out of their half, but they will get it out of there eventually. The disc makes its way all the way back towards the blue bubble, but the blue chains will get their way there. The disc is heading its way downfield again. Just a back and forth so far early on in this game, and, well, we're yet to see it play out so far. Really not in the hands of anyone just yet, but it will be a toss from Hostile over to Rev, and he sends it down the tunnel all the way back downfield, back into the Average Joe's bubble. So it really is just a back and forth. No serious commitments being made just yet. Just a lot of back and forth happening so far. Looking for the disc is Hostile. He'll get it and make a toss back on over, and a slap will make its way back towards the Elemental bubble, and, yeah, another pickoff by Matty. He'll send it high towards the upper trench, and it'll go on backfield. Just another back and forth as we find ourselves a minute and 20 seconds in the round. A shot open for them, but will not find the goal. A very easy missed opportunity there. Well, that might cost them the advantage in this first round. Yet again, a back and forth. This orange chain has been getting the ball pretty efficiently, and the passes have been pretty on point for both teams here so far. A throw into the bubble will not make its way to the goal, and another missed opportunity where nobody was on goal so far. Passes back and forth will find its way to the upper right shoulder of Matty. The ball gets passed over to the left shoulder, but the pass is missed. Still scrambling for the ball is the Elemental team. That's the disc, I meant to say. They're scrambling for that disc. Ball heads low. Now in the hands of Bamboo Panda, looking for any pass he can find, and the stun onto Hostile will get him an opening, but will be picked off by Jay Fife. Just trying to get it out of their side, but not yet. Matty with a disc will actually get picked off, and a slap downfield finds his way in the back pocket. Still scrambling for that disc as nobody's had a really good commitment onto the goal just yet. People, I mean, the response to this disc just hasn't been too fast so far. Another missed opportunity there for Orange. If they were just a bit faster, they definitely could have had a shot on goal, but it will not happen. Yet another long throw down the field makes its way in towards the Elemental bubble, and they'll be able to regain control. So they're going to be able to stabilize and throw their teammates, and, well, they're going to be able to get it, backfield yet again. No real aggression coming out from Average Joe's just yet, but I will eat those words as the melee and grab comes out from J5. The pass of the disc up towards Gator. He's now on that nest, and a pass into the inner bubble will get an easy shot for Hostile. That is the first shot of the game, 4 minutes in, and that'll be a nice pass play by Average Joe's. A good start for them. Our second joust of the game, and coming up very soon, Thank you guys for joining me yet again. I thank you for joining me in this match. It's been a good one so far. I hope you guys are enjoying. I see Next Tech in the chat. He's rooting for Average Joe's. And so far, they're doing pretty good. A bounce off of the shield will get passed on back towards the tunnel for some reason by the orange team. And Rev, with a slap on upfield, will make its way into Average Joe's bubble. Still a slowed response yet again, and that could have been a free shot, but it will not be taken. Yet again in the hands of Rev. He takes the disc all the way up top and has two men on him, but the rebound off of the back. Well, that'll be a really good play. He had two men on him, but still managed to make it happen. Really well done by Rev and well calculated. He definitely passed geometry class, no question about it. Now, blue advantage for that joust. Still 6 minutes remaining in this game, and we do have a tied score. A two-pointer after a two-pointer. Now in the hands of Taco Tuesday. He'll send that disc on over towards the left side. The pass is missed, and it will find its way towards Devil. Looking for his option. He'll pass it right, but will be missed yet again. Now it goes down the tunnel, and we're sent back on over towards Average Joe's side. Just a lot of back and forths. No one's playing too patient with the ball, not waiting their time and finding out all their options, except for when it comes to having your own ball in your own bubble. That's about when it comes down to. And, ooh, a potential shot from J5 will just hit the rim there, and it does not find the goal. A toss on back will be intercepted by Taco Pig Tuesday. Passed on up, but will not be found. A lot of missed passes here so far. And, well, another one there on the left shoulder, just missing Hostile. He'll find it on the ground, but will get stunned out. Now in the hands of J5. He has a few opportunities up in nest and on the ground, but the ground opportunity will be knocked out. The disc gets sent on down to mid, but will hit some geometry. That is unfortunate for them. An interception of interceptions will eventually have it sent back on over down towards Average Joe's. Now with just a minute and 43 seconds left in this game, both teams are scrambling for an advantage because nobody wants it to go to overtime in the first game. That'll exhaust you for sure. So now with a blue chain just being a little bit slow to get to the ball, that'll be a pretty lazy shot as we did have two members in that goal. Just a back and forth. No one really having any substantial setups and commitments so far. Now, just 4 minutes left on that clock. A stun out. Taco Pig Tuesday manages to throw it in time. The disc, well, it's just back and forth between these two bubbles. Now, passed on back, struggling to get it out of their half as it will bounce down towards Pig. And, well, there's the shot. He pushes it towards the bubble, and Hostile gets a second score for his team. A nice shot, and finally a man advantage after a long time of being tied up. And we are off. Elemental advantage joust. And they only have 3 minutes left to tie up this game. Now, that is a good amount of time, and if they're able to score a three-pointer, that will give them the advantage. I mean, this is a very, very tight game here, and not very high scoring at that. Just a lot of sends up and down field. Now, that'll be a really, really easy opportunity. Just a slow response from Elemental and a decently speeded response from Average Joe's will get them that shot in the bubble, and they're able to get the first 4-point advantage of this game. Now, with the joust advantage is Elemental. They're going to be scrambling for anything they can find because regardless of your circumstances, you need to get 2 shots in 3 minutes. Regardless of it's a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer, you have to get 2 shots here to tie it up, and well, they're going to find their first one. This game just ramped up pretty heavily in these last 3 minutes. Now, we're back in a situation where we found ourselves earlier on. Elemental still down 2 points, but they are in a better situation. Now, that 2-pointer versus 3-pointer situation, that changes quite a lot. If they're able to get a 3-pointer, obviously they take that lead. So we'll just have to see what happens so far. I just spilled tea on myself. That's unlucky. Now we will see Average Joe's taking the ball into that inner bubble, but it will be picked off by Maddie and slapped out of the bubble. Less than 2 minutes remaining, and they still have to get one more goal in order to tie this game up. It's going to be a rough one, but these last 3 minutes have been the highest score density minutes of these games. So really anything can happen here. A sauce pass on downfield, just back and forth between these bubbles. No team's really doing much to guarantee themselves a goal. But if you're blue team, all you have to really do is just waste a lot of time. And, well, they're doing that. However, if the orange response is faster, they'll be able to make it and get an easy goal. But the blue chain, well, they'll be able to make it back in time. Taco with the ball, passes on up over to 78. That's Wazdaaa, taking it over right. J5 is mid and could get an easy pass, but he'll decide, yep, there's the pass on over, and oh no, a missed shot from J5. If they get that there, that could have totally been the nail in the coffin for this match. Disc goes low, and they're looking to crawl all over the floor to get these last remaining points. It will pass through a few pairs of hands, making its way over towards this right wall, and Bamboo with the slap. Just 45 seconds left to make this shot. Now, Elemental, it wasn't a big deficit, but the situation has gotten much more dire and serious now that you only have 35 seconds left to make this happen. You have to get it out of your field quick, and you have to make these plays efficient. The disc goes far, and that could be the shot, but it'll be missed! Oh no! The potential game-clutching shot will actually be missed with an open net. Only 18 seconds left, and that could have been the opportunity they needed. Unfortunately, it will not happen. And, well, Average Joes, they'll secure themselves round number 1. It was a close game, back and forth. Really no substantial leads until that last few seconds. Round number 1 goes the way of Elemental, and yeah, that was a very good game. Taking a quick look at these statistics, we saw the two main scorers on their team. Well, that'll be Taco Tuesday getting 4 points, and Wazdaaa also getting 4 points. Average Joes, they had some 2 high scorers, and Rev, he was the only player that was able to get any points on his team. Elemental struggling to find much, and yeah, there's not much to say about that game. There was just a lack of setups for goals on both teams, but when it came down to those open opportunities, Average Joes capitalized a lot better than Elemental. We saw Elemental with a handful of opportunities that if they were able to capitalize and really change those opportunities into success, you definitely could see them taking that game should they be on their game. Well, obviously that last game was not theirs, but they could be on this game, and then they could be on their game. We do have a potential of 2 rounds coming up soon if Elemental is able to win this game. I do believe we have one player. He did leave, but he is back, thankfully. I think is this a new player? Pious Devil? I don't know if production can tell me or not. I think it's a new player. Not a new player? Alright, that's so cool. Production just told me I'm dumb. I can't believe them. I'm gonna take a few seconds to clean up this tea I spilled all over my desk. I'll be back in just a second. I know you guys missed me. I'm sorry for that delay. To tend to that situation. So we have a potential of 2 rounds coming up. We have 5 members on one side of the lobby. Hopefully this can get fixed because I'm looking for this last game. If I am Elemental going in to this next game, let me think about what I have to do. Well, if I'm Elemental, you have to make those chains faster. You have to make sure you're ready to commit because there were a lot of opportunities where you were just a few seconds off of turning around the game in your favor. So I'd focus on those chains, making sure they're communicating well and you're able to set them up very quick. Besides that, for Average Joes, keep up the good work. But I'd say if I'm looking at both teams, both teams are doing well at just their passing has been great on both teams, but when it comes down to setting up those plays and really just taking your time and not committing on every opportunity or potential opportunity, that's where both teams could improve and see a significant score increase on both sides. So we are heading into round number 2 very shortly, and by shortly I mean 3, 2, and 1. We are off. The joust is good, and orange team, they'll make it there first. Rev will take the disc up. He jukes out one. J5, well, the pass on up to left shoulder will find its way towards PS Devil, and I thought he was a new player, but he is not new at all. He is well experienced, and he gets the first shot, a 16 meter per second goal, and that is a much different shot, a much different start from how last round went. So, just a 30 seconds in, we see the average Joe's advantage. Joust makes its way towards mid, but picked off by Rev. He'll have a few options to pass it downfield, and that'll make its way towards Bamboo, an open net, and that's the kind of situation I was explaining. Those situations where you're an easy open net and you're waiting on that blue chain response, that is where you'll find a significant point advantage. And already up 4-0, not even a minute into this second round. It's looking like we have a ball game, and it's looking like, so far, we could be heading to a third round. Another average Joe's joust advantage to kick it off. A lot slower pace, however. It'll make its way towards J5. The disc goes right and actually bounces back into the hands of nobody yet. The punches trying to secure that grasp, but it just will be unlucky as the stunned player will be in a better positioning to get the rebound. Now, all the way downfield is the disc. Orange just wasn't able to grab it, and now they're going to have to set up this with passes. However, they're going to send it far right, and that will not find anybody. Scrambling for the ball is Bamboo, and he'll be able to find it. Rev takes the disc, has an opportunity right, and it'll find its way to Bamboo yet again. Another pass could be in suit, and there it is. Pious Devil takes the pass and executes upon it. 6-0 lead so far, and you know, that it's looking like round number 3. I said it like less than a minute ago, and I'll say it yet again. This is looking extremely good for Elemental so far. Average Joe's just not blocking some pretty simple shots and leaving up some pretty open nets. Now the interception from Bamboo is there. A shot into the bubble will not find anything yet, and Taco is there with the response. However, it looks like Elemental could have the interception. There it is. Bamboo takes it. Pass on over towards Rev. The disc looks like it's going up right back towards Bamboo. These passing plays have been fantastic. And there it is. Finish off by Rev. Those are the passing plays. That was absolutely fantastic. Just a back and forth between a few players, just maintaining your positioning, maintaining your anchoring so that these passes could just be back and forth, and there's no response from Average Joe's as of yet. 8-0 up for Elemental, another Average Joe's advantage joust. And well, for the first time in forever, this disc will make it past the blue side. And there it is. Hostile, just back and forth between J5 and Hostile, but the last pass is not true. But Gator Rich is there with the response. It's in the hands of J5, and it will be caught by Maddie. A really nice save will prevent them and keep them flawless in this second round so far. Gator Rich, he has the ball and a pass down towards J5. He'll take the disc. He has a few opportunities in the midfield looking for that pass, and there it is over to Taco Tuesday, but it will not be found until late. A bounce off the back will make its way into the hands of Rev, and a send downfield. The disc goes into the tunnel and makes its way. Here's a quick orange chain response that I was talking about, but we will see Average Joe's will make it in time. Some unlucky geometry will find a bad bounce for Average Joe's, but they're able to recover. Open net there, and that could be a free goal if he's able to find the angle. The first goal for Average Joe's in this second round off of an open net. Taco Pig Tuesday is able to capitalize, and well, that is going to be a necessary step towards this game. I believe that is a timeout. And yep, there is a timeout on the field on behalf of Elemental. I believe they have lost a player or two. So we'll be awaiting this situation to be resolved. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get back in this just as much as you guys. But let's talk about what we've seen from Elemental and Average Joe so far. Elemental, they've had a pretty different second game. Their passing plays have been absolutely on point. I mean, when you see them setting up for these goals, these passes between players like Panda and Devil, their passes are on point, they're ringing true, and they're able to find these goals just off of some really good patience and really good decision making and some really good communication. So you love to see it. On the side of Average Joe's, they had this late response off of that quick chain, but you need to start saving a lot of those easy shots. There were a few simple shots that, if you step up the aggression a little bit, you might be able to recuperate from it and not take so many goals and find yourself down 6 points. Now, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I know you guys have been watching. You guys have been here with me. What are your thoughts on this game so far? Who are your star players? Who are you looking out for in this game so far? My favorite so far, I've been liking the looks of Panda. They've had some really nice offensive plays so far in the second round. So that's who I'm looking at. I want to know what you guys in the chat think. And yeah, still waiting on these remaining players to get back into the lobby. I don't know if production has a message on that for me yet, but we'll be we'll be awaiting. Just a little bit under halfway through this second round. Rev was doing good in that first round. I also agree. Yeah, he's had some instrumental plays, but I think Rev and Panda have been a really nice duo so far. Their passing plays have been great. I definitely agree. I'm gonna do some espionage and see if these players are giving me any intel on when these players might. I don't know. We'll still be waiting to see what might happen. We're yeah, like I said, we're just waiting on this game, and that's all I can say at this point. Average Joe's just, they had the response right before this break. They had a really nice chain, they had a really nice speed, and they made it on up. But they do have only 5 minutes to find 3 goals. It's not an impossible score density at all. And looks like we do have the last players in this game, so we should be getting back into the action just in a few seconds. So I'm as eager as you guys are to get back into this, and I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's my first solo cast of Echo VR ever, so it's been really nice. I want to thank yet again our fabulous producer behind the scenes. He's been making me sound good and look good, Mr. Wonderful T-Man. He's been doing really good. So I appreciate. I mean, the production behind VRML, I'm sure you guys appreciate as much as I do. It's fantastic, and we are off the first Elemental advantage joust in this round, as they've been pretty dominant so far. And there was a Average Joe score right before the break, and we are off the disc into the hands of J Fife, looking for his past opportunities. It's in the bubble, and it's in the hands of Hostile, but the bounce off the back wall will make its way. Still scrambling for that ball control, and still a lot of stuns coming through. Really nobody able to clear it out just yet. A lot of fumbling around and a lot of stuns being made, but eventually the pass is made through that right tunnel, and they're able to clear it out of their side. Now, time for Blue. It's a game of cat and mouse, constantly trying to either get it in the goal or get it out of your. So we'll see where this takes us. Devil, he'll slam it off the roof, looking for a pass on a Bamboo, but it will not be found. Bamboo, well, he'll get the ball eventually, but he's red. And Pig, well, he'll be able to yoink it out of his hands pretty easily. The disc gets sucked downfield, will not find the goal, but here comes that blue chain response. It's Tuesday with the disc, passes it down to Hostile, but the grab from Bamboo. They've been absolutely monstrous in this game so far, and that interception was great. It was looking pretty dire in that bubble, so that nice recovery is there. The blue chain able to make its way back towards the bubble in time, and there it is, just back and forth. Here it comes. Nobody finding the disc just yet, but it's Taka with the ball. J5 gets the pass and the save from Bamboo. I mean, Bamboo's playing every position. Bamboo's on striker, Bamboo's on goalie. They're absolutely everywhere in this game. Now, we will see Gator Rich. He takes the disc and passes on up. They're still looking for just a solid response, able to get it out of their side pretty easily, but a hit off of those double diamonds will make it a bit harder for them to get it towards the elemental goal. Meanwhile, Rev trolling on the floor, passed it up towards the goal, and Devil, well, they're waiting their time. They realize they have a significant point advantage here, so they don't need to keep this momentum up, but that can come back to bite them. Taco with the disc, and he'll shove it on in. 2 points for Average Joe's, and only 2 goals behind Elemental. Still 3 minutes in this round, and that's the sort of score density you're going to need to take this back to overtime. Still looking very good for Elemental, but we saw them slow down the pace a little bit. But right before that goal, we saw Elemental slow down the pace and sort of realizing, hey guys, we're up in count. We can sort of slow it down, but that is obviously a very risky strategic. You're banking on it like you're Oh, I was gonna make a stock joke about GameStop, but I'm so financially uneducated I can't even make a joke about it. Meanwhile, Taco Pig Tuesday takes the disc, looking for that pass on over down right towards Hostile, and the toss up. Maddie gets the save, and Rev is able to clear it out just momentarily before the grab is there. No, it's not. Rev is able to get the stun and win out that engagement, and the disc gets sent down towards the pit. A self pass, some might call it. That could have been a very good shot, but just wasn't happening. Oh, bounce off the rim, just very close. Now, you only have 2 minutes left. You need a one score per minute score density in order to win this game. You have to step it up right now if you are Average Joe's. The pass is there, and the score is there as well. Hostile. Well, he heard me casting. He knew he had to set it up. I mean, like, I promise I'm not in their communications, but you might think I am. A very, very well played. And, well, they only need 2 more points to tie us up. This game has been about as close as it can be. Not exactly the most high-scoring game, but most certainly a very close one. Hostile takes the disc, sends it down right. Nobody is there for the pass, but J5 is there. Unfortunately, he gets stunned out in the sauce downfield. Devil, he'll send it down, and, well, the clock just keeps on ticking. The clock is at Average Joe's worst enemy in this game right now. There's nothing worse than time, because that's exactly what they do not have. Devil, he'll send it down, but it'll get intercepted by Gatorich. This is the opportunity. This is the time to get this score. You need this right here, so you better take your time, but he'll commit into the bubble, but it will not be found. He'll be stunned out, and Taco Tuesday, he'll be able to re-grab it. Now, pass on over to J5. You need to make sure this is absolutely clean, and there it is! A necessary goal will tie up the game. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have thought round number 2 was done and over for. You might have thought the nails were in the coffin, but I promise you it is not so. With 30 seconds left in the game, it's looking like we could definitely be heading towards a overtime for round number 2, and that'll be pretty much expected. Actually, it might not have to be. Still will have to be a missed shot from Taco Tuesday. Unfortunately, will not find the goal, and, well, anybody who can get this goal right now will actually be able to secure the game, but only 5 seconds left in the round. That's not enough time for me or you or them. And we'll be heading towards overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Who's hyped for it? Can I get some PogChamp overtime PogChamps in the chat? I need to see some PogChamps for overtime, because I'm excited. We've got 2 minutes of some high-octane action coming for you. If Elemental win this round, they keep themselves in this series yet again. And if Average Joe's win this, well, they'll be able to secure themselves this game and send themselves towards a 3-game winning streak. Both of these teams have a 2-game streak so far in the league. Both teams doing really great. A man in the bubble is dangerous, but he was able to find that rebound. Thank you, Marcus Plays. At least someone says Big Pog in the chat. I mean, if you're not pogging, are you really here? There it is. There it is. There it is. And there is the Elemental chain. It'll be picked off by J5. Here's the pass on over towards Taco Tuesday. He'll take the ball towards the shield, and there's the slam and the series. What a finish. Just a drive towards the net. Round number 2 is over, and a GG's Average Joes, they take their 3-game-in-a-row winning streak. And unfortunately for Elemental, it will not be so. Taking a look at those 2 games, I mean, Taco Tuesday, absolutely monstrous on those goals. Taco Tuesday and Hostile have been disgusting for their teams, both accumulating a total of 18 points throughout that game, throughout both games. So fantastic play from both, and I think I need to check the production. Is this the point where I have to say bye to the chat? That'd be so unfortunate. Well, guys, it's been an honor casting for you, and I hope you... I did. It was a very close one from both teams, and, you know, Average Joes, they came out on top. Elemental were scrapping for anything they could throughout that whole series, just clawing tooth and nail, but they got complacent in that last few minutes of that game, and it really cost them. So, I want to thank you guys all for watching VRML. I want to thank the whole team behind VRML for helping me put together, especially Wonder Team Man. You've been absolutely wonderful, as your name would suggest. And that'll be it for me, and that'll be it for VRML 2, the stream, for now at least. We may have a few more games coming up, and maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, I'm not too sure, but I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Tune in later. I'll see you then.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.